Happy New Year! It is 2022. We made it. We survived 2021. Just barely, but we did it. I've had the longest weekend known to man. I'm so exhausted. I feel like I've gotten not nearly enough sleep this weekend, and I am ready to get my life back together. I am ready to, get on that gym grind again, eat healthy, all of the things that happen at the beginning of a year. I'm sure everyone knows we all have that, refresh, redo mindset starting off, and I'm going to talk about how you maintain that refresh, redo mindset, not only just for the month of January, but throughout the entire year. So hopefully you gain something from this video. Either you relate to it or you learn about organizing your life on this, journal or this tablet, which I'm going to talk about again. So this is a Remarkable. If you watched my Christmas haul, I got a Remarkable tablet from my father for Christmas. It is essentially a tablet for writing and reading. It has all these different templates for checklists, calendars, regular notebook paper, and everything just feels like you're writing on a sheet of paper, which I think is so fun because I feel like lots of people go to Target and we are constantly buying journals for school or just for life, whereas this, you can have all of your files on just one thing. You can constantly add pages, and it's helping the environment because you're going paperless completely. Before I came back to the city after getting my Remarkable, I listed out some 2022 goals. Now, when I write out goals, I don't like to think too far ahead. I like to think a little smaller, a little more achievable. For example, so here are my goals. I have, and I'll explain these when I list them out. We have mental health awareness, new music release, perform original music, choreograph music videos, which I'll explain, volunteer at homeless shelter, become a foodie, Dame Productions concert, and fitness routine. Obviously, I feel like goals can be added throughout the year. This is just what came to my mind right away. So the first one, which was mental health awareness, I'm in therapy. I started therapy last year or maybe the year before, and I've noticed a huge difference in how I handle certain situations. So I would say I'm pretty mentally aware of what's going on around me, but just to be more aware, I'm an 18-year-old alone in a giant city, so if I'm not busy or I feel bored, that's when I feel like my mental health can maybe do a little dip. So just being more cautious of, where my head is throughout this year is a goal of mine. The next goal was new music release. So I'm in voice lessons, and my wonderful voice teacher is also a singer-songwriter, and I have taken an interest into writing music as well. So I'm hoping, I released an EP last year, and I'm hoping this year I can release maybe not a full-length EP, but a song or two, which I'm working on with my voice teacher, which is so great. Next one is perform original music. So after I released my EP, I wanted to go perform it live somewhere, but I didn't get the chance to. So I'm hoping this year, being in a giant city where everyone loves music and there's lots of venues to go perform at, I'm hoping that I can perform my EP, which I released last year. Next one, choreography music videos. This is so funny. So I have these visions in my head. If I'm listening to a song that I really like, I'll usually listen to it over and over again until I kill it. And then I will start like visualizing these choreography videos in Central Park. I don't know. I have this vision and I would love dancers to help me out with this vision because things like this happen to me all the time. I'll be riding the subway and this like random moment pops into my head and I write it down so I don't forget. Next one, volunteer at a homeless shelter. So I volunteered a couple times at this homeless shelter in the Lower East Side during the holiday season. I'd like it to be a more consistent volunteering schedule for me, just because it's easy to be like, I'm gonna go volunteer somewhere and help out over the holiday season, but the reality is there's homeless people all throughout the year, not just through, the holiday season. So I would like that to be more consistent volunteering for me. It's humbling, it's rewarding, and it just gives you a new perspective on life. Next one, good one, is become a foodie. So I only have so much money that I can spend in this city, and I've spent it a lot on unnecessary things. It's all part of growing up, budgeting, learning all the adult stuff when it comes to money, all a part of it. But I'd like to put money towards trying new restaurants because there's just so many amazing places to eat here. So maybe less money on the clothes and more money on going to try new awesome restaurants. Second to last one, Dame Productions concert. So Dame Productions is my theater company that I started in high school. Kinda fell out of it just because COVID hit and I was making the transition to New York. So just a lot happened right when I started it, and I haven't gotten the chance to really try out things. So my sister and I talked about this over Thanksgiving. We want to have like a intimate concert, like a review of female composers or a review of new young composers. We just think it's time to, act on this theater company that I created. Very last one, which is, pretty basic. Lots of people have this on their goal list. It's just to be more active and have a consistent fitness routine. Consistency is the word of the year. I'm actually going to write that down. What's your word of the year? I'd like to know. Consistency is just a good word to keep in the back of your mind. And that's going to be my 2022 goal, is consistency throughout all of these goals in the year. So my suggestion is, if you have these goals in mind, to not just keep them in your head, but to physically write them down or physically type them out, something where you can see it and remind yourself of how you started the year. If you keep that intention throughout the year, you're bound to be successful in whatever you do. So get yourself a Remarkable. I wish Remarkable would sponsor this because I really do love it. Or a journal or your laptop, anything, your phone and your notes app. Just write down achievable goals that you have for the year. That's my TED Talk. Let me know if you like these sit-down videos. I love watching these videos. I love watching people figure out what their goals are for the year and just sitting down and talking to the camera. I think that's a good, honest video for sure. So anyway, Happy New Year again. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week.